What up, YouTube? It's Fizz coming back with another vid. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm a raw dude. I come out with some raw info. I bust conspiracies, talk myths, and health and fitness, my #1, and I motivate people. I'm writing a book called Life's a Ride, soon to be out soon. Links in the description for further contact. I also do consultations for almost anything, advice, health, counseling, which I love doing. This is raw info, and I want to raise awareness and spread love and get you to that natural state of harmony that we're all meant to have, and it's being stripped away from us unknowingly, unwillingly. Comment below. Like I always say, let me know your feelings, your experience. Life is an experience. Also, was gonna say something else. I don't know if I said I'm gonna be writing a book called Life's a Ride, but I am. Anywho, I'll probably remember by the end of the video. But oh yeah, I mean, none of this is nothing. Check out my other videos. That's what I was gonna say. I don't base none of this on science. This is all feeling and experience, and you can be subjective to it however you want. I understand there's two tales to every story, to every city, and you can take it as you want, but I'm trying to give you the most. I try to be direct and raw and the most truthful and honest as possible. That being said, yeah, we're about to get into the video, and it's what do I think about chiropractic care practice. I know, well, I'm gonna do a separate video on my first experience, not that it matters for this video. Overall, I mean, I think it's pretty good. If you're poor or broke, it can be expensive. I think, like, you know, if you keep good posture and you eat the right food and you work out physically and you stretch, doing all those together in a combination, especially stretching. I think stretching's phenomenal. I think definitely overlooked, and it makes you feel so good and so relaxed. And I know so many people are tight. Anyways, what do I think about chiropractic care? Well, #1 would be to avoid going there as much as possible, just because, one, it can get expensive rather, and you don't want to, you know, you want to keep your health in your care and not keep on depending on someone else. Overall, my feeling towards them is neutral. From all my experiences, which I don't have like tons of experience, I've been there a decent amount of times, and I've seen different people, and they've all done it differently. The one that I went to recently, or kind of go to now, actually covers my insurance, which is the first one. They usually all charge the same amount of money, but if you pay in cash or pay without insurance, they usually drop it $10 or something. So I guess that's a plus. But if you're going like 3 days a week or something, it can get so expensive. But the one I'm going to now accepts my insurance, so that would be the first thing I would look for if you are doing something like this. Look for one that takes your insurance. That'd be awesome. I'd say my overall perspective of it is a little above neutral, so I'd say a little good. to good. Like I said, the one I go to now is pretty much the best one because it's right there, and they actually accept my insurance, where all the other people I've been to never have. This one actually gave me exercises, which none of them ever did, that I could actually take with me. So that was a plus. So if you do like the exercises, you know what I mean, then there you go. I'd say like even a lot of the problems, some people are born with them, but sitting a lot and not moving a lot could cause you needing to go to the chiropractor, you know, or bad posture. Just sitting a lot, which school does that to you, or maybe your job. That's one of the reasons I don't like school, because they make you sit down too much in a weird way, pretty much, chair-like position. Posture, and like I said, those exercises, I'm not a fan of like you sitting on the table, all this electricity heating and cooling. Well, not really cooling. I mean, you could do that outside of there, but all this, like, there's so many different machines, like they'll rest you on something after, or they'll warm you up. I don't know all of them, and I don't really care about them. I think they're useless. I mean, let me know if you have any benefit. Like, tell me in your experience below, or what you think. That'd be awesome. I love hearing people's stories. Also, if you have any video requests for anything, I love accepting them and discussing them, especially from other people. Makes it a little bit more invigorating and fun. Not saying it's not fun enough or anything, but it's awesome to connect with people. I love doing that. Building a community and raising awareness. That being said, yeah, they have like these electric machines that like slightly like vibrate on you or shock you. I don't know, like a massage bed kind of thing. Sometimes they apply heat. It's like a volt. It's like a vibration. I don't know all of them, and I guarantee there's people who disagree and agree. Chiropractors, they've all, the ones I've been to, they all done it differently, use different techniques, use different things. Some do too much, some do too little, and not every time that I've went, it's always been different. Like sometimes I've not noticed anything, sometimes it felt really good. That's more so recently. The first times were actually completely different, and they were with different people, and everyone has like a different flow, and their own technique, and again, their own tools, but usually the exercises are the same. And like I don't agree, or I just don't like or want to do the things like, you know, the things with electricity. I'm out of. I don't need that. Let me know how you feel about that. So overall, I mean, it can, you know, obviously if you have a shoulder out of place, yeah, or something out of place, definitely would be, you definitely want that done. It can improve circulation, you know, maybe a nerve's cut off. So yeah, it can be perfect for that. Definitely beneficial if you need it. It can get that crack that you need, supply oxygen to that part. But don't overdo it, I guess I would say, and realize that you really need it. And don't just do it out of fun. If you want to experience, sure, but don't do it out of spite and think you need it when you don't. Just listen to yourself. I mean, to keep going there and going there, you're supposed to go somewhere, feel good. How are you? You're supposed to go somewhere and feel good And you know, you're not really supposed to keep coming back. That's a business. You don't want to really keep going back to somebody, you know, so you want to use it sparsely or sparsely, don't know. Sparsely, I guess. So yeah, I would say limit it, see how you feel. Like I said, there's times where and it depends on the person too. The thing, and again, the thing that I don't like about it, because the place I go to right now, which I haven't even really been going, but I found out something that no one, the other people and the other recs, the ones that I paid for and actually had x-rays for, and the more upscale ones, which, whatever, they didn't tell me that on my x-ray, I was born with a missing, like, on the bottom of my spine, you have connects. I don't know the specific names. I'm just missing like a complete bone. I was born without it. So, yeah. And that's something I found out more so recently. I don't know how it affects me. And this is what I don't like about them, what I strongly dislike. They don't really tell you how to prevent it. I mean, they give you the exercises, of course, but they're not telling you how this is happening, really what they're doing. And this is like what I mean. So you really got to watch, because they're going to want to keep you coming back. And that's what I don't like. I understand it's a business, but at the same time, you got to be truthful and honest. These people are getting so many people in and out the door, especially the one I'm going through. They're flying in and out, people in and out. And that's another thing they're not really taking. Before I jump into that, they're just getting so much business and stuff. I'm not saying you have to connect with me, whatever it is, as long as you get the job done. But I want you to explain why you're doing it, what's going on, why is this happening, how can I prevent it so I don't have to go back to you. And that's what I don't like. Don't like every one of those, a lot of people in the world. That's what I don't like. And it's a shame. And that's all the chiropractors I've been to, pretty much. You know, they don't explain anything. I don't like that. You ain't gonna explain what you do. Doesn't really make any sense. So question that, and question everything, including yourself, and about what you're doing and how you think. Not to go on a tangent, but anywho, so yeah, and that's like another thing, they don't take time to really connect with you. Not saying that they have to, but they're not, you know, it's kind of like a speedy thing, which there's nothing wrong with, but explain what's going on. And that's my, you know, my down thing with this, my default about, of course, not everything's going to be perfect, but that would be number one, like, for anybody that I ever went to, because that raises a lot of suspicion, and it should in you, so be aware. And I think that would be like the number one thing to look at. Of course, if you treat your body like shit, yeah, or you know, you have no clue, that's a whole different story. But when you don't know what's going on, or like why they're doing this and how this keeps occurring, like why do you have to keep going back? So like the one place I go to, other than why I stated for the defaults, or why, because they don't really get to know their patients and see how the problem could prevent it, or why this is going on. It's like they're trying to keep a secret, or they just don't know, one of the two. But let's be honest. Anywho, watch what you do. If you do go to the chiropractor, even if you have to go like get some, if you have to go and you really need to, and I'm just being real because I'm a raw dude, and you have to go there for like, you know, like I would not, if you need to go there for months on end, unless something's completely wrong, I don't see that, don't do that. unless you absolutely have to, like, listen to yourself. You know, like, that's why I haven't even been going, because I haven't felt the need to necessarily. And even the last time I went, I really didn't feel anything, but I felt like I did need to go. So, but the time before that was excellent. I felt it immediately. That being said, like, if you have to go for a month, for 3 days, a week, do it, you know. But then then cut it off. Let it go. Shit, you know. And like a good upkeep recommendation, you know, like go once or twice every few months, you know. You don't even have to do that. You shouldn't. This is what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to keep going back to somewhere. It doesn't. Does that make sense? To keep having your back adjusted? Well, there's obviously a bigger problem that's going on. So I hope this reaches out to you and it raises some awareness, because I feel like this is where I think their misconception is and their down part is, because why are all these people keep on coming back to this? So I hope that clears things up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would say limit your experience to this and use it sparingly. And when you do need to use it, use as much as you can. Alright, snappers. Give me a plus if you're going to follow this advice and you're going to live it up to the fullest and be who you really are, and you question everything. Give me a down thumbs if you're just gonna keep going to chiropractor and never question why. You keep going, and he's just gonna reach so deep into your pocket, he's somehow gonna dig a tunnel to your credit card and bank account, and then he's gonna rob them of all this money and crack the vault. Which may be a good thing. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Check out some other videos. Appreciate it.